All right, we are live. And now those of you who are in the room, we do have my camera. We're not my camera, my microphone. We'll have another microphone going around. So watch the words you say. We don't want anything inappropriate. But those of you who are live here at DJ's, thank you for coming out in person. Please, when we're at the end and we finish the 50 questions together, do not leave with a question. All right. I'll tell a story right now. Probably the most important thing that these rules tests do, it creates conversation with officials. Okay. With our football crew, we go over 10 questions a week, and 10 questions takes us 50 minutes every single week because it's conversations. What if this? What if that? What if this? So as we're going through the test, it's not time today. So if you have that question, if you have that situation, ask. If you don't feel confident asking, after the meeting, don't leave with the same question. Because literally today, scorekeeper, literally today, basketball 101, 3 seconds. I can't believe an official told me it starts over every single time the basketball hits the rim. I go, well, the official's kind of right. She goes, what are you talking about? I go, it starts over after every shot. So if it's an air ball, it still starts over. She goes, oh, I go, basketball 101. All right, so understand the words we say when they are told to scorekeepers, when they are told to coaches, when they are told to players, it is gold. So don't say it unless you know you're 100% true, because now it leads to other conversations. It can lead to other frustration and confusion. And if you don't know, I hope everybody here has these 2 books. All right, so I'm going to credit Arthur Daniels. He's in the room today right now. All right, don't tell them what the rule is. Show them what the rule is. And that's partners, that's coaches in the appropriate time, not during the timeout on the court. All right, and then scorekeepers. It's okay, at halftime. Hey, come to the locker room. We'll show you the rule book. The NSAA meeting we had here last week, one of the coaches says, what do you guys do in the locker room at halftime? And it always changes. All right, so if there's truly a situation or crew question about a rule, don't talk about it. Show each other it in case it comes up in the second half. And if you were wrong in the first half, guess what you should do? Tell the coaches, hey, we screwed it up. So if it happens again in the second half, we're going to get it right the second half. All right, I've been there before too. All right, so hopefully as we go through this rules test, it sparks conversation. But what I do want to start here, I want to start because our servers are gonna take orders and want everybody to have orders and drinks. I'm just going to start this basketball game from last year's state tournament, and I have not watched this game. So again, if we notice something, okay, I just noticed something right there. All right, quick tip. That's what just happened there. All right, how do you avoid a quick tip? You pause. If you go in there and always throw it up right away, the players are ready to go right away. They're going to go with the same cadence. And if you go right away, they're going to go with you right away because they know when you're going to tip it. All right, so literally get in there, blow your whistle, let me get set, and change it up. Because if they don't know when you're going to release it, they don't know when to jump. You're going to be able to get that ball to the highest point. All right. So good job by the crew, by the way. It wasn't an egregious bad tip where they had to redo it. I do want to point this out. We've worked only 2-person this year thus far in our group. See how low the trail official is in 3-person? Right? And that's with 3 officials. There should be times when you're the center official here in 2-person, you might have to get that low. Right? Don't be afraid to work low in 2-person. But even in 3-person, we start at that 28-foot line and get lower. Other thing those 3 officials did, when that shot goes up, what did all 3 officials do? They closed down, they stepped down, or they stayed still. They did not walk away from the most important play, which is the current play. All right, so I had somebody talk to me about, they're afraid of getting beat. I go, why are you afraid of getting beat? I'm going to get beat all the time. Okay. That's why we have a center official. So if you are beat on transition and you're the new lead, just take the initial play at the basket from the center official spot on the opposite side. Don't be afraid to get beat in 3-person. Trust me, they're going to stay the same age. We get older. All right. It's all about angles. You got to get that angle. Perfect. What's that call?
Hell ball.
Hell ball. Austin Nelson, you're in the room. What's the first thing he did? He stopped the clock. All right. He stopped the clock first. It's very important to stop the clock first. All right. Again, you're giving your partner an opportunity because a lot of times on hell balls, there's 2 whistles, right? So we don't want one person going timeout, the other person going hell ball, or one person calling travel while the other one's calling hell ball. If both of you stop the clock, you're going to give each other time to make eye contact, so only one signal happens. When in doubt, go held ball. Don't give the timeout. Don't give the travel. When in doubt, go held ball. Right? Go to that AP arrow. Judgment is off of you. Right? AP arrow's with you. Okay, go to that alternating possession arrow. So that was a good job of stopping the clock. Sweet. All right, gonna rewind this. See what the trail official's doing. Trail official signaling 3. What's his body language showing everybody? I got shooter. All right. So even in 2-person, when you go up with that 3-point shot, you are actually signaling more than one thing. You're signaling 3 points if it goes into the teams, the fans, the scores. You are letting your partner know I have shooter. So now if we have 2 officials go up, what is that telling us? Nobody's watching the other 8 players. All right. When in doubt. All right. When in doubt, if you are working 3-person, all right, trail, stay up, center, go with rebounders. So if both trail and center go up, trail, you stay with the shooter. You're the farthest away from the basket. All right. In 2-person, if the center official and trail both go up, lead official, sorry, 2-person, lead official and trail go up, give it to the trail. All right. We are signaling, hey, I got shooter. We can't have 2 officials have shooter. And turn your body. That does a great job. If that player does go down, there's no doubt to a coach, you know, I might not like their judgment, but they saw the contact. Versus, all right, if you are 3-point shot looking at the basket, now their shooter goes down, I promise you that coach sees that. And whether his player got fouled or not, guess what the coach is going to do? Yell at you, my player got displaced to the ground. Because he knows the way your body was turned. Austin.
If you have a situation where you have 2 seconds left and you're watching the clock as well.
So that's actually great question. Remember, if you have last second shot, opposite table, once that shot is released legally and it's out of your area, do you have to watch the shooter? No. It's not your area. You just got the release of the shot. So the calling official who signals 3 is still watching the shooter, even though the center official has the judgment of release of shot. That's a great question. Everyone understand what the question Austin was asking? So we might momentarily have two officials watching the shooter last second shot, but once that shot is legal and released, we should now only have one official, the official in that area watching that shooter down. All right? Because if I have the last second shot, I know it's good. Now I'm officiating. I'm not blowing my whistle until that shot is successful or unsuccessful. Great question there. Do we have a made basket yet? Yeah, one. Missed it.
There's a third attempt.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, perfect. Where's the new trail official still at right now?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. All right. If you are getting in that bad habit right now working youth basketball and you are going to work varsity basketball, get out of that habit now. It is going to bite you in the butt eventually. All right. I said this to a couple officials that I observed. Practice healthy habits. Practice healthy habits. All right. Yes, we're not going to be sprinting as hard as we can every single youth game if we're working 5 games. I get it. I understand it. But this is a healthy habit. Stay out of bounds till that ball is inbounded. And what do you think the center official is looking at? Yeah, I call it the surprise attack. He should be looking at these defenders. Is that defender going to go back to surprise attack? And if he is, I'm staying right there to officiate that play. Help my trail with the travel. Help my trail. Is that defender moving forward to create contact? All right, so if that center official's doing a good job, head on the inside, looking over to see if he needs to help the trail official. All right, so I'm not sure if you guys saw it the first time. I'm going to back it up here, though. All right, so you see where the coach is right now? Coach is on the playing court. Is the coach yelling at the officials? Is the coach being unsporting? No. So we are not going to give a bench decorum warning. We are not going to give a technical foul. But we got to send the message to the coach, you got to get off the court. Okay. So now this is actually the second time the second official that did this. I'm assuming he was on the court when his team was on offense on the other side, and the trail official sort of backed him up. All right. So again, this is not a bench decorum warning. This is not a technical foul because the coach is not yelling at the crew. They're not yelling at the opposing team. I love how you said yet. If you give him a ton of space, they're going to take a ton of space, and it will happen. Hopefully, taking care of it early, addressing it early, reminding the coach early, it's going to plant a seed in that coach's mind. All right, this coach is going to adhere to me staying on the sideline. Okay, so yes, sir.
So he does it tenses. He does it like 4 or 5 times.
Yep. Not a tech. So the question is, all right, we addressed it. We asked him to get off the court. He's not being unsporting. Now it's a safety issue. And I'm going to stop the game at the appropriate time, and I'm going to go bench decorum warning, black team, and I'm going to go up to the coach. Hey, coach, due to my safety, due to your safety, due to the player's safety, we need you off the court. All right, this is a team warning. Avoid that because he's not being unsporting. And I would almost reward the coach. Hey, coach, you're not getting this because you're unsporting. Thank you for not being unsporting. But we have to do this for safety. Okay. Everyone see what happened to Coach Payton and the official in the NFL game? I mean, somebody's going to get hurt literally if we don't see a coach on the.
So what about the next step? What if he does it again after?
Yeah, then we got a technical foul. Yep. Now if it's that egregious, now we have the technical foul. Now what can the coach not do? He can't stand. Okay. So that might be even a better reminder. Hey, coach, this is the warning. If we have to give a technical foul to the team, the head coach loses the box. Okay. All right, but that is a point of emphasis, and I tell you, the state has asked the state observers who is controlling the team bench area. I'm waiting for the first foul here, guys. This is good. Good flow. All right, so now sets the tone for the game. Okay, I want to stop it here with the first foul of the game. When we decide to call the first foul of the game, that typically sets the tone of the game. All right, so when you go into every single game, whether with one partner or two partners, one of the last things I'll say is love our first foul. Love our first foul. All right, because it's not important to us, but it's very important to the players at the end of the game. That fifth foul on a player has to be as good as that first foul. Okay, because a coach will remember that first foul. A player will remember that first foul. Make that first foul someone or a foul that you love. Set the tone of the game. There's a lot of contact the first 3.5 minutes there, right? Okay. See what the players can play through. See what they're trying to do. Boom, we have the first foul. All right, now that sets the tone of the game. Understand the importance of that first foul of the game. All right. We may come back to this game, but I think everyone had an opportunity to order some food and drinks. Now we're going to log into NSAA. All right. So I'm going to do my due diligence here for the NSAA. And the good thing about the open book test, these questions should be in the same order. I have extra copies here. Who wants a copy? So it's 3 pages each, and then pass it around. All right, so the first thing, where is playoffs? That's not there. There it is. Wow. Applications to officiate. All right, so I'm going to go to basketball. I'm going to click go. What John Dolliver shared with us last week, he is keeping this open the whole entire time. All right. So whatever date you can work, click every single date that you can work. All right. Now I don't have any conflicts. So now once I go save and submit, as of November 18th, 2025, this is when I'm able to work. Now, if I get a game from a different assigner and that assigner says, hey, I would rather you work this varsity JV doubleheader instead of February 16th money bracket game, sweet. I could take off February 16th and John Dolliver won't give me a date. Okay. This is going to stay open. All right. So this is NSAA's arbitersports.com. All right. So please communicate if you're looking for postseason. check mark the dates you can work. And if it changes due to work, another sport, family, uncheck it. Okay. Uncheck it. Okay. And I know I can't work those. Okay. Save and submit. The next thing, this is from the state observers. And I intentionally did not put any games on my schedule right now. All right, so right now I am not listed for any basketball games whatsoever. Now I know my first game is December 4th. Girls, Wahoo. And it's Wahoo versus Bennington. And the girls is at 6. And I'm at Jeff Kopetsky and Brad Dahl. 3-person at entry. All right. Now all the state observers can see that game. All right. State observers do it a different way. I know Todd Yorgis said every Sunday he takes a look at the schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Who's working where? Because he plans out his schedule of the observing based on our schedules. All right. So if you are looking to be observed, put in your schedule. All right. If you have jamboree games, put jamboree games in there. Yep. Is that Ashland? Yep. So if you have a jamboree game, Hall of Fame game, put that in there. You get paid for it. Schools take admission for it. Because it does go toward your 20 games you have to work, and 5 of them have to be girls. All right, so if you want to work postseason, it's got to be 20 varsity games, and of that 20, 5 have to be girls varsity basketball. Okay, so again, due diligence. We're trying to get everybody certified and registered and able to work varsity basketball. And now, what everybody has come here for, the test. And believe it or not, this is the first time I'm seeing the test. So, in basketball, take part 1 test. This is due November 21st. November 21st is this Friday. Has everybody watched the rules meeting? There is no sound on the rules meeting. You have to click at the very end, and you got to sign your name. All right. It's amazing how many people don't do that. All right. All right. So the way we do this, if you're new, we read the question, we answer the question. If there's questions on top of the questions for conversation, let's have it. And then we'll pass the microphone around the room. All right. So we have enough people here. We should only have to answer 1 question. So I'll take number 1. A team control foul is a common foul. Okay. Team control foul is a common foul. Everybody agree? All right. Matt Krause, you'll have that one. You can pass it down.
Light colored uniform bottoms may include. I have all of the above.
Okay. Do they have to? Do all players have to have shorts? Do all players have to have pants? Do all players have to have skirts? Or could they all be different? But then the pattern and the color have to be the same. Okay. Was it like?
Yeah, not exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Use common sense, fair play. All right, the mayor.
If undershirts are worn, they must, but A, be a solid color similar to jersey or black under visiting team dark jersey color.
Everyone agree with that?
Yep.
All right, be a solid color similar to the jersey or black under visiting team dark jerseys only. Do all players have to wear them? No, just if they do, they have to be the same color. Okay. And this was actually brought up in the meeting too. So the coach was talking about consistency. And this is one of the things she brought up. She goes, they went the first 2 games, no issues. 3rd game, the officiating crew made their girls change all their undershirts. All right. So now I don't know if they were home the first two games and away the third game. That could be part of it. But officials, when do we usually find out if they're legal or not? After the warm-ups, because they have a warm-up on. So we try to explain that to her as well. It's like, we don't know if you're legal. That's why we ask you the question, are your players legally equipped? So now if you say yes, then you take off your warm-ups. Now they're illegal. That's the first time we have the opportunity to see them. Okay, so just first week, hammer it, get it done with, get them legal. Then there won't be inconsistency come week 2. All right, number 4, where are we at? Keith.
Two bonus free throws are awarded after a team fifth foul C.
Okay. 5th foul, and I know I don't have my video up, so those of you who are at home, sorry you're not going to see the signal, but it's 2 fingers, and you circling those 2 fingers is our signal in Federation. All right, so it's no longer the what's up, 1-1. There's no 1-1. All right, so 2 fingers, and you circle it. That's communicating to your crewmates, hey, another foul against this team. We have to get shooters. All right, because it seems easy, but it's difficult to get the foul, to get the fouler, to get the resumption of the play, and then to get who's shooting the free throws. Now I'm calling officials, help out the calling official. That's how we know we need to get that shooter definitely. After the 4th team foul, the 5th one, they get 2 free throws. All right, Ray?
Number 5, at the end of each quarter, team fouls are reset to 0.
Amen. Officials, make sure the scorekeeper does that. All right. So just like we're confirming they put up 8 minutes, confirm team fouls are 0-0. Then we don't have the fouls are 7-0. All right. Reset it.
But they continue on overtime, right?
Yes. So the question was, does it continue in overtime? Yes, because overtime, extra period is an extension of the 4th quarter. All right, number 7.
6.
Oh, 6.
Team 8 is putting the ball in the backcourt outside the point line. When team B commits a common foul before the opponent, team A will be bringing a throw in from B, the nearest 28-foot mark along the sideline, including backcourt.
Yep, outside 3-point line. That's okay. All right, so that's the new mechanic this year. Common fouls, common violations. There's 8 inbound spots. Out of bounds, it's exactly where they ball went out of bounds. Technical fouls, it'll be division line. But common fouls, common violations. All right. What's that? If the ball's in play, they can't buy a spot. They cannot buy a spot on an out of bounds. All right, now the real number 7, Joe.
When the ball is in the offensive team's front court, the designated spot for the throw-in will be either the nearest 28-foot mark along each sideline or the nearest spot outside the lane line on the end line if G, all of the above.
Yep. All right, and again, the timeout is called because the ball is in play. Right, in play. Number 8, Zach.
When an official administers a throw-in for the wrong B, they can be rectified for the first set ball after the ball becomes live.
Got B? Okay. This happened. I observed this happen. Okay. I did observe this happen. So a mistake can be rectified until the first dead ball after the ball becomes live, unless team control has ended. What happens to the status of the ball when a basket is scored? It's good. What's the status of the ball? Dead. All right. So do it before the shot goes in. All right. All right, so You can't correct a mistake after the basket is already scored. Okay. Number 9.
During free throws, substitutions may be made only before the final.
Correct. All right. So officials look at that during free. Maybe no. Only after all attempts are made, only before the final attempt. Okay. Okay. The final only. Okay. I have none of the above. Because you make the
So you're only shooting one, you're gonna do the substitution before, that is the final attempt.
during free throws. Let's say we're shooting 2. They make it out on the second free throw, we could sub. Or are they counting that as not during free throws? Okay. Okay. So for the sake of what's the right answer, go C. All right. Now let's have the conversation.
So what if it's a shooter?
All right. If they make the second shot or they make the and one, all right, they can sub. All right. You could sub in for the shooter. You could, yeah, because now that's probably how it reads. The free throw is over because the second free throw is made.
Shooters on this late come in.
Say that again.
Yeah, but one shot is the final.
Right, but the free throws have completed.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody added injury. Who's talking about injury? Yeah.
It says only.
Yeah. That's what we were talking. Like if there's a foul during the free throw, and it's the 5th foul, that 5th foul player has to come out. Okay. All right. I think we hit that pretty good. Answer is C. Just know when the free throws are over, they could still sub after the second made free throw. All right. Number 10.
Following number of timeout. They charge the team during the regulation game.
Okay. So we work a lot of different levels of basketball, a lot of different tournaments. This is one thing you should definitely confirm because there's very few levels of basketball minus varsity and JV and freshman that gives teams 5. All right. So confirm that at other levels of basketball. All right. Number 11.
Referee may correct an offer at the time. Start with
All right. So that's exactly what we're going with. All right. So if the clock did not stop properly, get the crew together. Hey, who had the most amount of time on the clock? If nobody has it, you got to go with what's on the clock. So question comes up now. At the end of the game, you hear a whistle, then you hear a horn. Do you guys have definite knowledge that the ball became dead before the horn? Yes, we have the sound. If somebody does not have definite knowledge of 0.4, you got to put it 0.3 or less. It's got to be a tap. All right. So if we don't know if it's 0.4 where they could catch and shoot, you got to put it 0.3 or below so they can tap it. Okay. So you got to have definite number knowledge to put 0.4 above. You could have sound knowledge for that tap situation. Number 12.
Ball's not a problem. Just touch by. All the above.
All the above, still to this day, I think is the hardest call in basketball, out of bounds. Let the players help you. Stop the clock. It's amazing how many times the players help us on out of bounds. Yeah. Yep.
Ball becomes live and then all of the above.
Perfect. All right. So the big one here, we see this a lot in the lower levels. If you bounce them the basketball, and it goes off their feet, that's not a violation. Just redo it. If you bounce them the basketball on inbounds, they don't catch it cleanly, goes in bounds, redo it. All right. It's not at their disposal. It's when those players actually have control over the basketball. 14.
14, burn a jump ball, either jump or shell. All the above.
Perfect. They can touch it twice, though.
Yes.
All right. When can they grab it or touch it a third time?
Somebody else.
Yep. Touches somebody else, touches the floor. Now they could do it. Officials who are not tossing it, you are expected to have that information. Because we all have tossed the basketball before, right? What are we most worried about? Yeah, don't hit me. All right, we're not officiating yet. So we are officiating one person for a moment of time, officiating two person for a moment of time. All right, 15. All right. So every game, and we said this last week in our training tape, even in youth basketball, please have that coaches meeting. Okay. Have that human contact. Yes. And if you're not doing it, I promise you start doing it, you will see instant changes in your games. All right. We'll hand it off to Bryce. Go for Bryce. Yeah, perfect. All right. So that is the answer. I've been in situations where and it usually comes in playoffs. Is they've changed one net but not both nets. If they only change one net and one is checking slower than the other, ask the home site administration, can they switch both nets so they check the same? All right. Because if you know anything about coaching, they're doing that on purpose. All right. So deal with it at the beginning of the game. So you're not dealing with it at the end of the game when one team's gaining an advantage and that host institution was able to change that one net. All right. So allow them to set up defense a little bit longer. 17, Rod. I know there's a couple sites. It's like a double level table. Double level's cool. All right. You just don't want them away from where the action is in the middle of the court. Okay. So you don't want them influenced by the team. And if you have to go talk to them, you want to know where they're going. And we are all levels shot clock. Right. All levels in varsity basketball. 18, Zach.
The head coach may keep all the above, 3 more.
Sweet. All right, so even if they have a direct technical foul, they could stand up and call timeout. They could stand up to replace or remove a disqualified or injured player. They could also, I believe, stand up and go check on team fouls and player fouls as well if they lose their right to stand. Okay, so don't overreact, officials. If they've lost their ability to stand, you got to make sure they're not doing one of those actions. That would be, oh, never mind. No second technical foul. Never mind. Don't want that. Number 19, David.
Just electronic question. And you use for recording.
Okay, B. They can't show us the play? Yeah, so, and just remind the coach, hey, coach, there's going to be a consequence if you show me I got the play wrong. All right, and it's not going to be, it's not going to be a change of the rule, the call. Number 20, Aiden. All the above. I'll sort of speak for NSAA here. if you truly think a uniform is illegal, let the team play. Report it to John Dolliver, report it to whoever assigned you the game, then let the administration do it. Don't put yourself in a bad spot. Make them go to the locker room, change, and just get through the game. If you think it's illegal, we will, as administrators, work together so the next crew doesn't have to do what you had to do. 21, Jerry.
Events personnel are backing onto the court. Player is subject to pay.
Okay, that is true. All right, so sometimes athletic trainers could be overzealous. You understand what I mean by overzealous? They see a player go down and they're on before you beckon them. If they come on before you beckon them and you stop them, all right, give them the opportunity to stop, they could stop. Now, if they keep coming and communicate with that injured player, now they got to sub out unless they have the timeout. All right, so I've been in that situation a couple times, and it's just a natural instinct of an athletic trainer. All right, but if you have the time, stop them. Ask the player, hey, do you want your trainer to come out? They say yes. All right, beckon them onto the court. Okay, Brian. Was that a rule change last year?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. So 20 seconds. And this is the reason why they have a stopwatch at the table. So this is one of those times where they're going to buzz the horn, start the 20, buzz the horn, 15 seconds remaining, buzz the horn, 20 seconds has expired. It's a very quick 5 seconds. But we as officials start the 20, just like we start the timeout, just like we start the fifth foul. We start that as well. All right, so make sure we start it, but the table keeps track of it.
We go back to that, Sean, about this, like, what about blood on the uniform? We see them spray it, wipe it, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's not a minimum cleanliness.
Nope. No, they have that disinfectant on the bench. They spray it, they wipe it. I'm good. It's on video somewhere that trainer disinfected it. 23. Is that Dan? All right. Theatrical, exaggerated movements. I'm going to we're going to make a train tape before the high school season starts with examples of head bob, examples of going to the ground without even being contacted. I got a video of that. Them just saying and one is not flopping. Okay. I know, but it's not. All right. So that would, when they say and one, that's complaining to an official. If you want to give team warning because you think it's getting out of control, the way I usually solve it, I make a joke out of it. I just say and none. Or if they missed a shot, you got to make the shot first. I try to find humor, not sarcasm, but humor. So you got to find that fine line. Matt's laughing at me. But don't go flop with the N1. Now, if they're theatrical, they're on the ground yelling N1 after the theatrics. Yeah. Okay.
Baseball, they say, not yours. I say, but who's this then?
It's the umpires. That's what it is. It's umpire strike. Go ahead, Steve.
Number 24. The player does not immediately press the ball. The official, when the whistle sounds, the official shall see issue a warning of the delay.
And again, use game management on this. Understand the intent. The intent of this is a player that is being insubordinate, not a player that is upset, that is frustrated. you got to understand players' emotions. If a foul is called against them, it's not a personal attack on you. It's like they might not like your judgment. All right, so don't take it personal. Now, if the ball is rolling away and you say, hey, could you please get that ball? And they push it away from you, they're okay. Now we got something. That's the insubordination. If they just let the ball bounce because it's at your feet instead of helping you, again, find ways to communicate with that player. Maybe not in that moment, they're not in a good frame of mind, but say, hey, number 23, remember when you could have helped me? The more you help us as officials, guess what? The more officials are more likely going to help you. So help yourself by helping us. All right. So don't be over officious again. Find the big ones, that the unsporting acts that everyone sees. 25, Derek. Oh, we got a question here real quick. Go ahead.
Just a quick question in regard to the player basically from about where you are to me. Dead ball's on the ground, they pick it up, and they fire it at you. And
Oh.
I caught it.
Yeah.
This is in a youth one.
Yeah.
Same player did that. I caught it, looked at him, didn't say anything. About 3-4 minutes later, another play where he did the same thing. About another, just before halftime, he did it again. This time I basically let the ball go away and I just teed him up.
Yeah. So after the first time, talk to him. Hey, is everything all right? What's going on? Second time, now you got warning. Third time, now you got the technical foul. But if you ignored the behavior, they're either just going to keep doing it or they're going to escalate it.
Well, the coach, you can talk to him, I could tell, because the coach knew exactly, he had seen the other two.
Yep. Manage people. You got to manage people. And ignoring the behavior is not managing people.
I looked at him the first time.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead, Derek. Do we have A? Yep. All right. So just touching the net is not a violation. It's got to affect the shot when the ball is on or within. Yep. Yep. We have not eliminated that in Nebraska. All right. You have B? No, we eliminate the 10-second count. We don't have the 10-second count, but we still have the violation. Okay. In the state of Nebraska, we have 5-second closely guarded when dribbling. Okay. How many feet? 6 feet. Just so you really, I'm going to speak former coach here. All right. It is the free throw line to the top of the arc. That's 6 feet. Because if we force the defense to get closer to a player who's faster, just to start a 5-second count, it's going to lead to a foul. We want them to have space. So if they're within 6 feet, get that 5-second closely guarded count going. All right, we have that in the state of Nebraska. A lot of times college officials forget. All right, so pregame, if you're working with a college official, we have 5-second closely guarded while dribbling. So 5 seconds holding.
Dribbling in place, dribbling.
Nope, doesn't matter. Dribbling. Yep. Yep.
The answer is A, because
Correct.
that's the one you could get rid of, but we did not.
Yep. You can get rid of it. Nebraska has chosen not to. 27. It is B. All right, I'm glad we had this. All right, so extra whistle. We said always carry an extra whistle. This is our possession arrow. So whichever way the table is, when you're facing the table, that's how I'm going to
All right,
put.
I got my mic
Whoa.
back and I only got 10
Whoa.
songs left, so somebody's got to be close.
Whoa. All right. Yeah. So this is my possession arrow. So all's going that way. Alternating possession arrow. I'm switching it. The other thing, needle. Those new officials, they got gear. I order needles for everybody. Your extra needle fits perfectly in the whistle. So if you are like me that always lose their needle, put it in your whistle. All right. I got that from GP 5 years ago, and I still don't do it all the time.
What was in the pocket?
My extra whistle, because I use that as alternating possession arrow as well. Because how many times have you guys seen the table screw up?
I just heard bingo.
Oh,
That was
man.
quick. That was like a chord, maybe.
Whoa.
All right, let's go check it. She didn't even have time to mark it off of her card. It was Imagine. Let's see. Let's check it. She was quick.
All right, 28. We're going to try to get through
All
this
right,
here.
that is
Oh,
our
my God.
bingo for our first game. Congratulations. All right, we got one more game for you. Iconic movie titles, movie songs. So I will be over with your cards and we'll get started.
All right. Sweet. Simultaneous floor or free throw violation. So both offense and defense violated at the same time. So if they don't do it at the same time, the first person who does it, that's who violated. So if it's a shooting team, free throw is over. If it's a non-shooting team, you have to wait if the free throw is successful or not. 29. Sweet.
Rotating possession procedure is not been established. The ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched simultaneously by two opponents. Players are presumed by a jump ball in the center restraining circle.
All right. Between those two players involved. All right. So again, off official not tossing it. You got to get those two players. All right. So that is the one time we could yell jump ball. And then number 30.
Ball that goes out of bounds will be inbounded C from the designated spot closest to where the ball went out of bounds.
All right, correct. All right, so wherever that ball goes out, that is the spot that has been earned. 31. And officials, this is like a perfect time. Do not pass these up. All right. Swing and a miss is just a violation. Because if we don't call that violation on the swing and miss, there's going to be retaliation and they're going to keep doing it. Now you're going to have to deal with a potential flagrant foul or excessive and unnecessary intentional foul. All right. So get the swing and misses and remind the players elbows down. If they're out, they cannot pivot. They can't swing with the elbows out. Elbows down.
32. Sideline throwing. Which area? Or touches them down the ball.
B.
They're replaced by a teammate.
So the huge thing here is sideline throwing. So it's definitely not after a made basket. So they can't pass the ball to a teammate. They can't give the ball to a teammate. Whoever gets that ball on the sideline out of bounds, they have to inbound the ball.
That's like see it as like you release it, the defender touches it while you're still standing there. Touch the ball. Yeah, when you're out of bounds.
So
Wasn't it?
gotcha.
What's rule 7? I was just.
I think that's after a made basket, isn't it?
Why would they put that in?
7-5. Yeah, throwing, yeah, 7-5, throwing anywhere along the end line after a goal or an awarded goal for basket. Correct. Thrower touches the inbound ball after it touches. Yeah, so C, we're missing some of the information. If they're still standing out of bounds when they touch it, now it's a violation. I'm assuming they're saying the inbounder's inbounds and they touch the ball. Because they can't be the first one to inbound it and then touch it. But they could throw it off a defender's back, come in bounds, and then go score.
Why would that be a violation?
Out of bounds is a violation.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So D, if you throw and it hits the back, the basket, nothing,
Nothing. It can't go in.
correct?
Hitting it is not a violation. Going in is the violation. So back of the backboard would be out of bounds, violation. All right, 33.
How does the game begin when fouls occur during pre-game in equal numbers and offset?
Oh, nice.
A, the penalties are charged, no free throws are awarded, and the game begins with jump ball.
All right, so a lot of times these are dunking before the games. All right, both coaches could start with an indirect. All right, they can still stand throughout the game. With officials to prevent this, blow your whistles before you jump on the court. All right, they'll stop dunking. But they start warming up 20 minutes. They know we're not on the court till 15. So in their head, they're going to showcase their talents for 5 minutes. Okay, so blow your whistle before you enter. 34.
Team captain may request a defensive matchup. I remember this a long time ago. I want to say it's C. 3 or more substitutes for the same team enter. They can ask. Nobody ever asked, but they can say, "Hey, we get a matchup."
Yep.
C is correct.
Yep, C is correct. I know Rod, you said 5 years ago earlier, 8 years ago, and I was asked, did I ever have it? I don't, because I will tell you, if it's more than 2, even though the rule says 3, I have 2 hands up because both teams sub. I'm looking at coaches' behavior. I'm looking at players' behavior. Once they recognize who they're guarding, all right, let's go. Let's play. But a team can request 3 or more subs. Hey, we need more time to figure out who's guarding who.
How much time you give them?
Common sense, fair play.
A lot of times they'll be scared and say, "Hey, I got so-and-so, who you got?"
Yeah. I'm not going to let them to go back to their bench and let the coach tell them.
Right.
I'll let them figure it out. All right, 35.
Fighting is D.
An attempt to instigate a fight by committing an unsporting act that causes a person to retaliate by fighting. So if somebody incites a fight, boom, there's the punch. Get both. Get both. Both got to go.
The one
Okay.
that says, "Hey, you,"
Yeah,
and then gets punched. He's going to.
he's going to. Yep.
All right,
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
get started with our second game. Iconic movies. All right, same thing as before. I'm gonna play 40 seconds with the song. You're gonna look for the song title either on the top or the bottom card. You're playing both. You have it. You're going to mark it off your card. You can use your phones, and I've got screens around the room. This first game, we're going for that regular bingo. So 5 in a row anyway on the top, 5 in a row anyway on the bottom.
Cool. Bingo.
All right.
Go for it, Don.
Here we go.
Yep. A throw-in is a method of putting the ball in play from out of bounds. Okay, that is what a throw-in is. Yep. Go ahead, Matt.
A game may be forfeited if B.
So Matt is saying B. Does anyone have phone a friend? It's D. There is an act that makes a travesty of the game. All right, rule 5-4. So I will say this. Number one, a team can keep playing with 4 players. A team can keep playing with 3 players, with 2 players. They can even play with 1 if you, as officials, think they can still win. All right. At no point, if a player fouls out, there's no subs left. They're like, oh, we feel bad for you. Come on, play basketball again. They have to play with 4, 3, 2, or that 1 if. Okay. What's that? The officials. Yeah. How much are they up by? How much time is left? Throw the ball the other side of the court. Play defense. Made basket. 5-second violation. You got to use some common sense. Yep. Well, you don't pass it to anybody.
But if you throw it in and you got 10 seconds, I can throw it in as.
But if there's 7 seconds left and I'm up by 5, I'm going to let them score. I'm going to throw the ball in deep, try to get the clock started, play defense, made basket, clock's going again. Okay. All right. 38.
Okay. The ball is out of bounds when it touches or is touched by D, all the above. 7, 1, 2.
All right. 7, 1, 2, 8, all of the above. All right. So out of bounds. Again, we talked about timing. Let the players help you on tough ones. Say the color is going to first. So if it's boop, white, then if you get that reaction, I have it off of blue 23's leg. All right. Because if you're in a loud situation and if you go boop off blue, white ball, what do people hear first? Blue. All right. So give that secondary reason why last. Okay. Only if it's called for. 39.
Ball is awarded out of bounds after E, all of the above.
All the above. All right. So team control will not be free throws. It'll be out of bounds. One of the 8 designated spots. Field goal, they get to run the end line. And then technical foul division line opposite the table. Number 40, right?
When an official administrates a free throw, balls to be placed at the shooting control side. What's it doing here? Because I was going to high school game one day and I rolled the ball to the girl. She looked at me and said, you want me to shoot like this here? And I know I was supposed to bounce the ball. But she gave me the ball and I bounced it. So it's bouncing back.
Bounce pass. Bounce pass on free throws. Bounce pass on sidelines. Bounce pass on end lines. Hand the ball baseline. That's the only time you hand the ball baseline. Yep. If it's going long, that's the end line. So I'm bouncing it to him. Yep. Number 41.
The maximum time allowed
Rule states 10. Just make sure you don't do 12 ticks with your hand. Just show 10 ticks with your hand. Yeah, 42, Joe.
The player may legally jump from the player's front court, secure control of the ball with both feet off the floor, and return to the floor with 1 or both feet in the backcourt during all the above.
Yep. So defense, a jump ball, a throw-in. A throw-in does not have backcourt, front court status. A jump ball does not have front court, backcourt status. And then defense, it's a change of possession. They're in the air. Doesn't matter where they land because they didn't have possession before it.
Also, the team taking the ball out under their back, their front court. If they throw it in bounds, and the offensive team tips it, it goes in the back court. And the offensive team does good.
Legal, because we don't have possession. Yep. 43, Joe? No, sorry, Zach?
A player shall not dribble a second time after the player's first dribble has ended, unless it is after the player has lost control because of heavy A interrupted.
Yeah, so it'd be B. So how many times have we heard shot goes up, air ball, they get their own rebound? What do people yell? Travel. Once that shot goes up, everything that happened prior to that shot is null and void. The dribble is null and void. The pass is null and void. 3 seconds is null and void. All right, so once that shot goes up, anybody could go get it. Anybody could dribble again and do all that fun stuff. Rule 9-5.
44, unsupported fouls include contact.
Okay. Taunting. So clapping hands after a made shot, clapping hands after a missed shot. It just can't be towards an opponent. That now is classified under taunting. Okay. Don't let them taunt. Stay with those shooters. 45, Cliff. There you go. Change of team control. Correct. So that shot clock is not changing on an out of bounds. So let's say I'm on offense. Defense deflects it out of bounds. Offense is still in control of the basketball. We are not resetting the shot clock. Yep. Now we have change of control. Because once the ball, nope, the team gets control when it's at the disposal of the thrower. Change, reset.
That's when you have the reset.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't start.
Yep.
Shall begin.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I know what you're saying there on the inbounds. Yeah. Yep.
Right, because it's not going to get it because they're supposed to have team control.
The best available answer. The best available answer is when there's a change in team control. Yep. Yep, I do. Yep. 46. Go ahead, Austin. It's A and C, right? All right, so contacting the ball after it hits the backwards, it doesn't have to be on its downward flight anymore. All right, that is just another category. All right, because once that ball hits the backboard, now it's considered on its downward flight. So both A and C, I've yet to see somebody hit a free throw attempt. Haven't seen it yet. I hope I do. Yeah. Yeah. 47.
Players defined.
All right. And that's important. New this year, during the timeout, there are no longer 5 players. They're all bench personnel.
But not till.
We started. Yep.
So he's walking across you prior to starting the timeout. Still play.
So it's got to be during the timeout. 48.
Designated spot for throw in after a violation occurs inside the 3-point line will take place at A in line, 3 feet outside.
All right. Anyone know why it's 3 feet outside the lane line? All right. So your box is 3 feet. So that helps us as officials. They have 1 foot in the box. What's another thing? So they don't hit the backboard. So, like, I'm not saying slow games down, but if it's an important possession, get them Get them out wide. All right. So it doesn't hit the backboard. And now you know where that box is, that 3-foot box.
With reference, we still aren't making the kids go 3 feet. 3 feet is a long ways.
Yeah.
The college game right there, that black line is your 3 feet line.
Yep. That's where we want it.
Supposed to be. We're
Yep.
putting them right next to the lane line.
Yeah.
So
That's why we're
we
saying,
need it in there, step outside.
Yep. Step away from the lane. That's what I tell players. Step away from the lane. Step near me. Correct. Yep.
It's not be long till we have a line like that.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah.
You need to bring them out. We're still putting them right on the lane.
Yep. 49, George.
49, clear inbounding the ball may not be purposely and or deceitful. Delay returning after legally getting out of bounds.
All right, so that's a new clarification this year. Everyone see the reel/short/video of the kid going out of bounds, out through the hallway, coming through the other door? Yeah, they can't do that. All right. Can't do that. Yeah. And last but not least, JR, you want to take it? All right, so new rule this year, absolutely love it. All right, how many times have we seen it? It affected the shot, but we had to make that choice of it's either a technical foul and that's or nothing. All right, so now they hit the backboard, that rim is moving, and the ball, it hits the rim and it's still moving. Now we have basket interference. Okay.
Shot after he hits it, I swear.
Let's talk
No,
about
that's
that.
goaltending.
It's the same question. Yeah, it's the same question, but the difference is basket interference and goal.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so.
Yep. So this is basket interference. Only the defense can have basket interference. Yep. Offense. Sorry, is that right? No, basket interference is both offense and defense. Goaltending, only the offense or defense. Defense could goaltend. Because that's goaltending. So blocking a shot after it hits the backboard, the rule is goaltending.
All right, I think I see a bingo card, nice and
All right.
high.
So we're gonna finish the
All
test.
right, let me check it out.
Let's see if we got bingo.
Top one gonna cross, Must Have Been Love, Bohemian Rhapsody, Skyfall, Arthur's Theme, and I Will Always Love You. We got our bingo for the game. All right. That means we're going for double bingo.
Come
Double
on.
bingo. Any two bingos anyway on the top, two bingos anyway on the bottom. Either one. You get that double bingo? Yell bingo, hold that card up high.
And I hope it saved my test. I don't know if I could take that again without you guys. All right, so we go to account information, sport registration. I go to basketball. It's still doing the load. Gonna scroll down to 2026. We got 50. All right. So part one test got 50. So that's how you know what you got. Okay. I have a couple questions on the chat. All right, let's go. Oh, nice. Okay, we got that. Okay. All right, so questions on the chat. We answered the first one. The second one we answered with the blood. The blood does not have to be completely gone. They just have to spray it to disinfect it. And then Tom Henrik says, best line ever. Coach, if you stay on the court, someone is going to have to guard you. Okay, so, hey, got a chuckle. So good for him. All right. Yes, sir. So if it's after technical foul, start of the. Okay, so the question is, if they're near half court, what's that what status are they? Are they backcourt still? So if they're backcourt, then you're going to go to the backcourt 28. If they're front court, you're going to go to the front court 28. Okay. And that reminds, so the short we put out last week was tip. All right. This is what I'm going to end the live meeting with. The only time we should use a tip signal as a basketball official is if the defense is the last one to the last one to touch it in the front court and the ball goes in the back court. On a block shot, do not do this. All right, because if you have a tip block shot and your partner comes in with a foul, that looks really bad. Okay, so no tip on a block shot. And then the short was they're dribbling up, 10-second count is going, right? The ball is tipped by the defense, but the ball did not get into the front court. Okay, so it's since we don't have front court status, even though the ball was tipped by the defense and the ball were in the back court. So this tip signal should be hardly ever used in basketball. It is only used when the defense is the last one to touch it in the front court and the ball gets into the back court. Now this is letting everybody know, please don't yell at me when the offense touches it. All right. That's what that signal's for. Correct. It should have been the 10-second violation. Yeah, so when he did that, in his mind, the dribbler got to the front court. Okay, so thank you for taking time out with PSOA. Those of you in the room, if you have a question, don't leave. And those of you joining online, thanks for joining online.